Hi everyone, sorry for that slight delay there that we have been experiencing. I apologize, we had a network fault, so I'm just going to pop on my microphone and we will be good to go. I hope everyone has been having a wonderful day today. We're at a slightly different time today because of Stitch Fest. I hope you've been very much enjoying Stitch Fest. So this is our spring Stitch Fest, and you will find on the calendar, which if you go to the Hatch website, you'll be able to click on that main Stitch Fest banner, which is very beautiful and has lots of Mother's Day designs to it. If you click on that main banner, you'll actually be able to go through and you'll see not only all of the specials, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, but you will also be able to see all of the events that we have planned for Stitch Fest. So there are things like this, like our live streams that we do quite regularly, but then there will be all other kinds of really great fun things. So we've got lots of design giveaways, and some of the design giveaways are from Hatch, and some of them are from Embroidery Studio, which is the Wilcon professional level of designs as well. So what we've done is we've asked the team to make sure that those designs have been saved in a format, which means that Hatch people can use them as well. And there are some really beautiful designs in there coming. So be sure to sign up to all of the events, check the calendar back as often as you can, because you don't want to miss out on anything that's coming up. And there is lots coming up. So that's a definite thing that's been happening. So keep in front of all of the Stitch Fest goodness by checking back regularly with that calendar and following us on all of our socials as well, because you'll see lots of things coming up. In addition to all of our fun events and giveaways and everything else, there are some massive savings to be had. So if you've been thinking, I really like Hatch Digitizer, I would like to upgrade, or I would like to start and buy Hatch outright, now is the time to buy. It is our biggest sale. So besides Black Friday, like it's the same amount of discount off. So if you are looking to get Digitizer, it is $300 US cheaper than it normally is. So that's a massive savings. If you are looking to get maybe Digitizer and maybe the Corel gem and the cross stitch gem and some other things like that, there's also some really great bundle packs as well. So if you're also there, just be like, I really like machine embroidery, but I'm just a beginner. I don't know what I'm doing yet. When you go to that front panel on the website, on the Hatch website, you can actually choose what level you're at. So you can say brand new, whether you already own Digitizer or things like that. And what it will do is it will show you the offers and packs that are available to you, whether you're brand new, already own Hatch, whichever level you are at, there is something on offer for you. So two things I did want to mention, that if you do tons of fonts, font packs are 50% off. So quite often in our Facebook page, we'll have people say, oh, I need such and such a font, or does anyone know a really good script font, or where's a really great tiny font, or things like that. Obviously, you've got tons built into Hatch already, but if you want extra professionally digitized fonts to make it super easy for you at home or with your home business to just like have extra fonts, it's a really good time to go and have a look at those. So most of the the font packs all come with like a whole bunch of different fonts in there. And when they're 50% off, you could maybe grab a couple because it's going to be much more economical for you then, and you can have a look. So you can find fonts on the website. So just find your way along there. I can see that the team is dropping in some links there for you as well. So be sure to check out the fonts. Now, if you are in America, you can also take advantage of the Embroidery Connect. So the Embroidery Connect device allows you to plug into your USB of your machine, and then you can send all of your files to it wirelessly, which is a really great help because maybe you've got one of your big machines, maybe you've got it down in the garage or you've got it in a different room because, you know, they're a little noisy. Not everyone wants them all right next to the lounge or whatever it is. So if you wanted to have a look at the Embroidery Connect, you can definitely do that too. It's a massive time-saving device for anyone who does want Wi-Fi attached to their machines. So that's really great for you to do that. So yeah, apart from the fact Digitizer is on sale, which you should get because it's awesome, there's also those other bundles and deals in there as well. If you get stuck and you need to ask extra questions, feel free to drop the team a message. You can ask in the chat today too. There's people in the chat who'll be able to answer your questions about the specific deals on offer as well. One thing I should note though is the prices often get shown to you in your local currency. So if you're looking, say, in Australia, you will see it in Australian dollars. If you're looking in the UK, you will see it in pounds, in the US dollars, etc. So when it comes to specific pricing, to see that, log in from your own country, you will actually see the pricing in your own one, which helps a little bit if you don't want to have to do the conversions in your head, because it just makes it a little bit easier. So do check that out if that is all working for you. So I wanted to say hi to everyone who is in the chat. We had some early followers indeed saying that they have come in from the Netherlands. So hi, I hope everyone else is having a wonderful afternoon. Please drop where you're from in the chat so we can see where you're all coming in from. Because we are at a slightly different time of the day, it is always fun to see who else is up and about at this time. So that's the things that we have going on for Stitch Fest, as well as all of the deals. But today I've got some really fun things to show you as well. So one of the things that I have to show you is we are going to be working on some very beautiful designs for Mother's Day. But we haven't forgotten all you fur parents out there too. All you fur mums have got something coming. So I'm just going to swap across so you can see what is coming there. So here we have two different designs. So we have our lovely mother and child here, which we have digitized up, and it's come in a beautiful kind of like this block type of frame, which makes it look lovely and fresh and modern. So we've got that really great one. And then for all you fur parents out here, we have our very cute little bunny design as well. So I'm going to go through how we created the artwork and then the digitizing, but what I wanted to try and do is I just wanted to show you the different threads that we have been working here. So you'll see here, this one looks, hopefully that's looking great. So it is a little thicker. So I'll talk about stitch choicing in a moment, but we have actually used the Madeira Burmilana thread for this one. So with the Burmilana, what you'll see is, try and see if I can get it up nice and close for you. It's actually fuzzy. So it's more like a woolen style yarn. So it is not smooth as you run your fingers over it. It bumps in and out between the different sort of thread types there. Conversely, the one that we have done for our bunny is our regular Madeira thread, which as you can see, looks much finer. But when I run my fingers across it, it's that super smooth stitch quality that we would expect from Madeira. So you'll see this a little bit closer when I am showing the stitch outs in a moment. But I just wanted to point it out now so you can keep an eye out for it and see the difference that those threads make. Oh, okay, someone, thank you, Anya. Anya's just told me I have no sound. Okay, Anya, does that make it better? Do I have sound now? Thank you so much for letting me know. I think it was when I swapped cameras there, I might have missed out sound. Just gonna double check. Sorry, I'm doing squinty things at the camera. Okay, cool, awesome. All right, so it looks like we're all good for that. Hi to Vancouver in Canada there, and some people from Maryland and from Cape Town in Virginia as well. Lots of different people, there's lots of things scrolling past really fast there. So I'm so sorry if you left a comment and I missed it. That just moved awfully fast there for me and I couldn't catch up. So what I can show you now is I'm going to show you how we created the artwork for the bunny. So I'm just going to click across. Now here is our bunny. I'm drawing on my iPad purely because I have one. So here I am, I have had my photograph and then I have drawn around it. And you can see I've done a quite smooth kind of drawing. And I'm just going to quickly show you. So I draw in layers. I'm using Procreate. If anyone is an iPad drawer, I like using Procreate because it feels more like a pencil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of look at my drawing of my bunny or look at my photograph, and then I'm going to start tracing around and seeing where I need to add the lines. And what I found that when I was doing this is that the first time I was doing it, which you'll see the results of this one in just a moment, is there was a little too many lines. You want to kind of make it simple without making it clumsy. This one looks a little clumsy, but clearly our one that we finished on, which I will just click back to for us, is a nice, smooth, clean line. So when you're thinking about this, whether you're drawing with an iPad or one of my other ways, if you don't have an iPad to draw, it's certainly not necessary. If someone has sent you a photograph, I often blow it up nice and big on my laptop or on my big computer screen, and I tape some tracing paper or even just some basic kitchen paper, and I trace around it. So I use my very expensive camera like a light box because I have it and it makes it easy for me to do that. So all we want is a nice smooth line, and we want to simplify out the design. Too many lines starts to look a little messy, and you can see on our one of our mother and child, this is one of our staff members had very kindly give us a photograph of his wife and their child. You can see even with their hands, I've certainly cleaned out the artwork to make it have less detail. And in this style, what you really want is a little bit of detail goes a long way. So make sure you keep that artwork nice and clean. And then once you have your artwork, obviously you're going to bring it into Hatch. So here I am just inserting my artwork into Hatch. It comes in super tiny. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it up a little bigger. Now I want this kind of cleaner design that I've created out, but I want to give it a little bit of a sketchy kind of look. So I'm going to use the freehand open shapes tool to actually digitize this one so that it gives me more of that freehand type look to it. So you can see I'm just choosing that from the sidebar there. And then it's bringing up the stitch types. Now I want the line to be a little thicker than a run stitch, so I'm going to choose a back stitch. And a back stitch is a great one for this because it does give you that slightly hand kind of embroidery look, but it also gives you lots of definition without that line work being too heavy for you. And so what we want is we want a bit of a sketch look from our actual drawing, our actual artwork, but we don't want too much information in there. So once I've actually digitized it out using my freehand open tool, I actually select all, and then I'm going to add branching or red work. On this particular one, I didn't digitize these ones, but it's a tool that I use all the time. These were done by our head digitizer, which I'm very lucky to be able to just be like, hey, can you do this for me? But what she's done is created out all of the artwork, selected it all, and applied branching. And what branching does is it simplifies out that the run or the way the machine connects the embroidery. So the easiest way for me to show you how this is done is I'm actually going to show you the stitch outs. So what we're going to see here. So here we are, we're actually stitching out on our machine. So here we're using the Brother machine and we're doing our stitch out of our bunny. And you can see that the machine is currently doing a run stitch, and now it has gone to that back stitch. So when I have applied branching to the design, the program, so Hatch, actually works out how to make all of this run. So rather than go up the ear with a back stitch, then come back the ear with a back stitch, which would give you too many lines and make it look messy, it's actually gone, you know what, I'll run up there with a single run stitch like it is when it's going around the legs at the moment, and then I'm going to travel backwards with my back stitch. It's a super smart way that the program has figured out how to do this, and it makes our designs run cleaner because they look nicer, more solid lines. It also means less trims. So If you're setting up a little business where you're going to be providing pet portraits, less trims equals more money. So as the bunny runs along, and obviously this is sped up a little bit because it actually didn't take too long. I think the whole bunny, I want to say, was less than 12 minutes in its entire run time, but I've sped it up a little bit. And you can see in some of the lines, like on the outside of the leg and coming up here in the ear, I do have some like little jagged sort of lines to indicate different parts of the fur, because you don't want him to look completely smooth. He's not like a Mr. Bigglesworth cat who has no fluffs. He has fluffs, so we actually want to make sure. And here we're going to do our little jump trim so that we can then do the mouthpieces of the bunny. So I think I did count, I think the whole thing has less than 3 trims total. So it makes it run nice and smooth just by applying that branching technique there as well. Now, if you haven't used branching before, you can also go to the Academy. So the Hatch Academy is also there for you to learn all that. And there's some links I'm going to share with you in a moment. Now, on the mother's one, we actually ran it on our big Barradon machine. So I'm just showing you the front one. It's super cool, this machine. It's got sequins coming down for it. It's really, really fun. The reason we ran our mother's one on this one was that Burma Lana thread. So we actually need a bigger needle to run that thread through it. So it's not necessarily the thickness of the needle that we need, but it's the eye spacing. As needles go up in size though, you increase the size of the eye hole within there. Hi, some people have just come in from Surrey in Virginia. So hi, hope you're having a lovely day there. And again, on the mother's one here, you can see that that Hatch has very smartly figured out for you that it can run with a run stitch and then come back with that back stitch to give that really beautiful sort of defined line to it as well. So particularly with the Burma Lana thread, it's really lovely that you can even that out, because then you just get this really beautiful texture to the actual stitch out as well, which makes it a super special keepsake for mum. And if anyone does have some great photos of mum or the animals or the family, these kind of outline styles are really fun to do. And you'll actually find all of the instructions for this are coming in a Hatch blog very soon. If you haven't signed up to the Hatch newsletter, which you can do from the front page of the Hatch website, you can actually see all of that, because it's going to come direct to your inbox and you can be like, save, keeping that one for when you are ready. So it's a great way to get all of those details of that blog piece as well. As we're running through on this one, just pointing out again on that Barradon machine, you can see the sequins are coming through. So I think the sequins are super fun. Maybe we can show that on another one, because it is really fun on that machine. It's not often you see a machine with the full sequin set up there as well. But again, the reason we were using it was for that needle that we needed in there as well. And you can see slightly, there's a little bit of fuzz coming off that Burma Lana thread. And what that is it's the slightly thickness to the thread. Once we had stitched it out, we just ran over it with like a sticky pickup, and it just took out all of the extra fuzz. Normally you don't see it so much, but because ours was such a high contrast between the black thread and then the white of the fabric stitch out, it was a little bit noticeable. So we just ran over, got the extra fuzz off, made it look really beautiful. So that was really fun. So those are our projects for Mother's Day. What you'll also find coming out this weekend, there is going to be a pack of past designs that you may have missed out on. So keep an eye out for those, because those will be coming for you as well. So you can download those, you can stitch out lots of things for mum, and it's a really great present for her as well. And because it's Stitch Fest and we are sharing all kinds of wonderful things between both Hatch and Embroidery Studio, which, as I said, is the professional level of Wilcom's products here, they have actually done a really beautiful, heartfelt piece about personalization in the industry, which is a really great and growing segment of the market. But I particularly love it because one of our team members has actually digitized out her mum's own handwriting to have something stitched so that she has something that her mum had written for her. So I just think that's a really lovely idea and it's really beautiful. I've spoken to some of the others. Kim had mentioned that she had once done it with her mum's, I think it was a lemonade recipe, and then gave that out to everyone in the family. So they all had like the stitched out recipe. So I think in terms of stitching, photographs and handwriting, both of those things are more than just Mother's Day. They become really beautiful keepsakes. And because you can do it with embroidery, you get that lovely tactileness with all of those things. So definitely check that out. Now, I did mention earlier that if you didn't know about branching, and some of the other techniques like using the freehand open tool for digitizing, what you can do is you can jump across to the Hatch Academy. So the Academy is free when you have when you have digitizer level of, lost my words completely, so sorry. When you own digitizer, Hatch is included with it. Is what I meant to say, but I got all mixed up there. So the Academy is included at all levels. At digitizer level, though, you have full access to everything. And one of the things for all the levels that you can actually do is you can get the Hatch Academy app. So the app is available on the Google Play Store and on the App Store. And with those, you can download the app and then you can log in using your own Hatch login details. So what you'll find with your login details, be sure to use your own email address, because the one that you logged into Hatch with, because sometimes people are like, oh, I can't get in. It's the wrong email address. So log in with the same email address. I love using the Academy app on the go. I commute a lot by bus. I'm always out and about. I love being able to look things up, get all inspired, and then when I'm home, I am ready to go. We just had a hello from a Sydney newbie as well. Hi, hope you're enjoying our terrible weather today. It is so miserable out there. It's very grey and rainy and just not pleasant. So stay home and play with your embroidery. Much more fun. So what you'll find is there's tons of things with the Academy that will learn for you in there. And I've added some links in for the team to share you on some certain classes which link back to these particular projects. But don't forget, all of the written instructions for the project is going to be that Hatch blog. So keep an eye out on your emails and check back on the blog for you as well. But if you're a little bit more of a learner who likes a lovely book, and you know, who doesn't love a nice book to hang on to and read, you can also get the user guide. So the user guide you can order from Amazon, and be sure to order from the Amazon in your country so you don't get hit with like crazy postage or anything. But you can order the user guides as well. So they're fantastic. It's all of the information. If you don't want to pay for the user guide and don't need it as a printed book, it is also included inside Hatch as well. So you've got that access in there to actually check all of that as well. So lots of fun things happening for you to do the project, but also with Stitch Fest. So don't forget, huge savings there for you to actually get digitizer, font packs, different things. Anya's just saying in the chat that she's been loving the app while traveling. That's such a good idea. Traveling is wonderful, but you end up with so much downtime, airports, planes, sitting around at the train stations. So it's a really great way to actually get some of that downtime, be a little bit more useful and a little less boring sometimes. So that is a great way to do it. So be sure to get the app, but the Academy is also accessible through your Hatch as well. Lots of fun things, like I said. We have some more live streams coming up where we'll be showing some different techniques on some things that we have been seeing out and about in fashion and homeware, some fun new things. So those are all coming up. Be sure to keep checking on back. Take advantage of the Stitch Fest sale. This kind of sale doesn't come around very often. It's the biggest amount off you're going to get. So definitely jump in and give that a try. Don't forget to follow us on social medias so that you can see everything else is in there. And then that's kind of everything for today's live stream. Again, apologies for that little bit of breakup at the beginning, and thanks so much for sticking around. You might have seen we've got a little bit of a new setup with some new lights and different kinds of things. So let me know what you thought of the sound and the quality and everything like that. And I personally have to say a huge thank you to Brendan and Dave and Julian for helping me out to get all of this set up. Thankfully you can't see behind the camera, there are so many cables going absolutely everywhere to make this happen. So thanks so much to everyone for helping that happen. It makes it much easier to come in and do our live streams. And everyone's saying that it was really great, they're loving the projects, so that was really good. I'm so glad for you all. Don't forget, keep checking back in on all of those Stitch Fest goodies that you can download, give away, watch, stream, so much happening, and we'll talk to you all again soon.